This is the very essence of 1920s design, a watch that doesn't just tell time, but tells a story. The Baltany captures the spirit of early 20th century aristocratic flair, wrapped in a case that feels both classic and refreshingly unique. At the heart of its charm is a dial layout that breaks convention. The crown is positioned at 1 o'clock, giving the watch a distinctive silhouette that's not only visually striking, but surprisingly ergonomic for daily wear. You can choose between a silky brushed black dial or a clean ivory white, both adorned with elegant Arabic numerals and a small second subdial at 4 o'clock. The version featured here houses the VD78 movement, complete with exaggerated breguet-style hands, those signature curled tips adding a touch of visual drama. It's a budget-priced masterpiece, one that any true watch connoisseur would be proud to add to their collection. With a case width of 38mm, a lug-to-lug of just 44mm, and a slim profile of 9.1mm, it delivers understated elegance on the wrist. And to top it off, it's protected by a sapphire crystal with anti-reflective coating, keeping the vintage charm crisp and clear in any light. If you're enjoying the content, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. It really helps with traction on YouTube. And if you're after a sharp price, the affiliate link's waiting for you in the description below. Alright, let's jump in and talk about the watch in detail. You might be tempted to think that the off-center dial placement is a clever modern twist, made for checking the time with your hand perched on the steering wheel. But the truth, it's a nod to something much older and far more interesting. Back in the early days of driving, people used to grip those huge steering wheels from underneath, and because of that, they'd wear their watches on the inside of the wrist. This angled dial design, it wasn't just for style, it was practical. You could check the time without twisting your arm or losing focus on the road. It's one of those little historical details that just makes sense. Functional, authentic, and honestly super cool if you're into vintage design. The case has this cushion shape, it's kind of squarish, but the rounded edges soften everything up nicely. And that dial, it's slightly domed, which adds a bit of depth without going over the top. Now the case is fully polished, it reflects a lot of light, but not in a flashy way. It's clean, it's smooth, and the bevels give it some really classy transitions from the flanks down into the vintage style lugs. There are two dial options. You've got the white dial with a tan strap, which is a bit more vibrant and attention grabbing. Or you can go with the black dial, like the one I'm showing here, paired with a chocolate brown strap. It's more understated. Well, as understated as a $40,000 Homage can be. The strap itself is genuinely nice. It curves naturally from those short lugs and wears really comfortably. The crown is push-pull, just like the original. It's got a bit of texture to it, nothing too fancy, but it works. And actually, I kind of like that it's not signed. Sometimes clean is better. You're also getting 50 meters of water resistance. So no, you're not taking this diving. But for a dressy, vintage-style piece, that's perfectly fine. Flip it over and you'll see a polished case back, held down by 8 screws. Inside, it's running a Seiko VD78 quartz movement. That means you'll get about 20 seconds a month of variation and a battery life of around 3 years. It's not mechanical, but it's reliable, low maintenance and precise. Perfect for daily wear. Covering the dial is a slightly domed synthetic sapphire crystal. It blends in beautifully with the case and gives you clear visibility. Now, that black dial is brushed and matte, so it contrasts really well with the shiny breguet-style hands. They've got a polished chrome finish and those oversized curled tips, which make the time super easy to read, at least in good light. There's no lume though, so at night you'll be guessing. Finishing off the dial is a clean white mint track that circles those raised chrome numerals, and then tucked in at 4 o'clock there's this lovely little small seconds subdial. It's got a chrome blue hand with a crescent shaped counterbalance, one of those tiny touches that makes the whole watch feel a step above. Hopefully you found this video useful and insightful. The link to the listing is down in the description, so check it out if you're after a sharp price. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next episode.